It's the NFL on EA Sports, and if it's in the game, it's in the game. It's the Buffalo Bills and the Pittsburgh Steelers, and it's coming up next on Madden Football.
EA Sports and the National Football League welcome you to Acrisure Stadium here in the Steel City of Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. We are bundled up. This should be a fun one. So glad you're with us. Mike Tirico, Greg Olson. Greg, we love watching and calling snow games, but you played in weather like this. What's it like?
Oh, man, there is nothing better. Kind of brings you back to your roots of having a snow day, a day off of school, and just get all your buddies in the neighborhood and just go play outside. But in all seriousness, it actually really benefits the offense. I mean, people always are questioning the passing game and whatnot. The offense knows where they're going. It's on the defense to react, and that's where the footing and that's where the snow really has its biggest effect. I think today, for both teams, advantage offense.
The veteran Chris Boswell ready to get things going. And through the snowflakes, off we go here on EA Sports. And he is stopped at the 25. The drive will begin there. The Buffalo offense set to go to work for the first time. He'll be led by the big fella, 6'5" quarterback Josh Allen.
There's just certain guys, Mike, when they take the field and they step into the huddle, the other 10 players, they just take a little bit of a deeper breath. They're like, man, I'm glad this guy is on our side, and he's certainly one of them. He just brings an element of confidence to everybody else around him, not only in the huddle, but on the sideline, on the defense, the coaching staff. Everyone is better as the result of him being your quarterback.
Once again, it's Cook. And the D closes quickly. He's stopped after a gain of a yard. Patrick Queen, the linebacker. They're on the tackle. Third down and 9. From the shotgun, it's Allen. He's got his man. That's Kincaid. And out of bounds it goes, just shy of midfield. Allen to his tight end, Kincaid, and the Bills have a first down.
These third down conversions are just so important, Mike. Everybody stresses we want to possess the ball, give our offense as much opportunity to end as many drives as we can, scoring points. So if you want to stay on the field, you better be good on third down.
In motion, Shakir. They'll throw on first down with Allen. He's trying to get back to the line of scrimmage, but will not, and be taken down there.
It's so easy to underestimate the speed of this quarterback until you get on the field. They break down your pursuit angles so quickly because of that speed, so give credit to the defense. They understand it's a collective effort to contain this guy, and this time, defense wins and brings him down for a sack.
Here's a 2nd and 12. Throwing is Allen. A lot of chances on that one. It was bouncing around, but it falls incomplete.
They just rushed that decision just a little bit downfield. I mean, it's one thing to trust your guy to make a play in tight coverage, but I think if he was a little bit more patient in his progression, there was an easier throw out there that wouldn't make him have to throw such a tight window ball and put his receiver in a tight spot.
That'll be intercepted. Picked off by their rookie corner. And the Steelers are going to take over just shy of midfield.
Mike, that's a great play for any defensive back, let alone an undrafted rookie. I mean, to think that every single team passed on him in this past year's draft multiple times is pretty hard to believe. And again, this is the growth. This is the development that they saw when he signed there as an undrafted free agent. And he has taken advantage of every opportunity he's been given, and now he's creating turnovers for this unit.
A fresh set of downs to work with. It is first down and 10. On the ground, it's Jalen Warren. And a nice run. Get him about 9. It'll bring up second down. Now a first carry for the Alabama product, Najee Harris. And he's got it. First down. A pickup of 4. Throwing is Wilson. That's made by Pickens. They'll get about 4 here as he is taken down.
It takes a certain guy in that slot position to be willing and able to go across the middle of the defense on those in-breaking routes. You can tell this guy, he doesn't care. He is fearless going across the middle, and he's able to secure a nice catch.
A run with Harris. And he is fortunate to get past the line of scrimmage. Call it a yard at most. Terrell Bernard, they're on the tackle. Here's a third down and 4. Out of the gun, here's Russ. That's caught. Right side, it's Freiermuth. He'll get out of bounds, a gain of 8, and that's going to be good enough for a first down.
Mike, I think we make so much of all these fancy routes, right? The selling, the head fakes, getting in and out of the break. And while that's really important to create separation, that's really more of a man beater. That's when teams want to just play you one-on-one and you have to beat the defender. Against zone defense like we saw here, it's a lot more simpler. Understand the concept of the play, understand where the holes in the defense are, and get there and be friendly to the quarterback. And if you're open, stay open. That's NFL route running. That's what the best guys do.
Out of the gun, it's Wilson. That'll be caught by the running back, Warren. And he'll be taken down.
This is what they call an angle route, and what's so hard for these linebackers is it looks like the running back is just trying to beat you to the flat. And then once you overcommit, he puts his foot down and crosses your face, and he's wide open in the middle of the field.
From the shotgun, Wilson. And he finds his tight end, Freiermuth. And they'll get this down to the 3, but no further. It'll be second and goal.
It's not the big play they were hoping for, but first down efficiency, staying ahead of the chains, is what every offense is trying to find, and it brings up a manageable second down.
They'll try to run it with Harris. This defense back up, but stepping up. No gain on the play. It stays at the 3.
So on second down, they try to hammer it in on the ground, Mike, but now on third and goal, I don't think you had any choice but to put this ball in your quarterback's hands and test this defense through the air.
On third and goal, Wilson. And they get to him and finally bring him down. It will go down as a sack.
These are the plays that drive a coach crazy. Third and goal. You put the ball into the hands of your quarterback and you trust them to make good decisions. But in this case, once there was nowhere to go with the ball, once all the throwing lanes were taken away, this ball needs to come out. You cannot take a sack and make fourth and goal that much more difficult.
Now on fourth down, the veteran Chris Boswell on for the Steelers. This about as short as you can get. Through the falling snow, the kick is good. And the Steelers are out to an early 3-0 lead.
I think apart from the wind, when you talk about kicking in the elements, Mike, I think the snow has to be the kicker's worst nightmare. It's just so hard to have the confidence that when you stick that plant foot, it's not going to give way. So give credit. That was really well done.
And they'll be set up well as he is past the 35-yard line. The Bills offense ready now for their second drive. They'll begin with 1st and 10. From the gun, Josh Allen. A short throw caught by Kincaid. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on 1st down. They'll work now on 2nd and 4. They go play action now. Here's Allen. That's taken in. Keon Coleman. And he's taken down inside the opponent's 35.
And this is where the speed of your inside receivers are so critical. He lines up in the right slot. But, Mike, look how far he covers to where he ended up receiving that ball. You can't have all day. Those defensive linemen, they are coming after your quarterback. So the speed in the slot is critical. That's a great example why.
They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. Allen going to give it to Cook. And he's taken down on what should be the final play of this first quarter. So just a lone field goal in the first quarter of play. 3-0 is our score. And we're back to the Steel City after this. Here's 2nd and 3 to go. Now it's Allen. And into the hands of Coleman. And they'll pick up the 1st down, a gain of about 4.
A gain of 4 yards. 1st down, Bills.
From the gun, it's Allen.
Quarterback does a nice job here sensing the pressure pretty quickly. Realizes he doesn't have a ton of time to operate from within the pocket. Decides to tuck the ball and rely on his legs. He's able to pick up a positive play.
An enviable spot to operate from. Here's 2nd and inches. Out of the gun, here's Allen. Pass complete right side to Kincaid. And he will score. Dalton Kincaid. Touchdown, Bills.
And this is what good offenses in the NFL do, Mike. It's the ability to bounce back. Even if the onset of the game doesn't go exactly according to plan, everybody wants to take their opening possession and go down there and come away with a touchdown. But it's not always going to be perfect. You turn it over on possession 1. What are you going to do in response on possession 2? Well, we just got our answer, and they took it down for 6.
Tyler Bass now for the extra point. Through the snowflakes, this one good. And the Bills move out to a 7-3 lead. Following the touchdown, Bass is back to kick it off. They're trying to pin him deep. They'll take this from the 3. And a decent return there. He'll get this up just shy of the 30. The Steelers offense about ready to get going on their 2nd possession. They'll see if they can put something together here, beginning with 1st and 10. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, nothing more.
Just watch the speed of the pursuit out of this safety on this tackle, Mike. His ability to play from depth and attack the line of scrimmage and meet that ball carrier in the hole and keep him to no gain. You don't see a lot of safeties able to make that tackle in the open field. That's pretty impressive.
That's complete. Calvin Austin.
Outbreaking routes, Mike, especially outside of the numbers, everything is about the timing. If you're late with the throw, you're going to be watching that defensive back take that thing the other way for 6.
3rd and 6. From the gun, it's Wilson. That one on target to Williams. He's got it. They'll come up 1st and 10 at the 40. They run it over center with Harris. And he finds a little bit of space. He'll take this forward for a gain of 4. Another run here with Harris. And he'll take this up, working towards the 1st down mark. He gets 5, but is just a little short of the 1st down. They'll empty out the backfield as they come up for 3rd and a yard. Now Wilson. He'll get this into the hands of Austin. And he will have the 1st down. The drive will continue after a pickup of 8.
When you decide to throw the ball on 3rd and 1, typically, Mike, what you're doing is you start from the top down. If you have the big shot downfield, take it. If not, the quarterback works through his progression, finds the medium target, picks up a 1st down.
Here's 1st and 10. Wilson to throw. That's pulled in. Najee Harris. And he will not get away. Terrific open field tackle. Gets him down behind the line.
I think this play is a direct result of his film study. He knew exactly where that ball was going before the play was snapped, and that play recognition, man, it separates a lot of guys in this league and it results in a negative play.
Off the play fake. Here's Wilson. And they're going to track him down. He couldn't find a receiver, and down he goes.
Just can't seem to get anything going on every ensuing snap. They just continue to go backwards and backwards and backwards. They've got to find a way on 1st and 2nd down to stay ahead of the chains so 3rd down is not so daunting.
So backed up after the sack, and now it's 3rd and long. Wilson. The pressure gets there again, and again he goes down. It's A.J. Epinesa who gets in to record the sack.
We're starting to see in these passing situations, Mike, this defensive line is starting to have their way against this group up front because right now, their pass protection is breaking down, and his quarterback's paying the price for it.
On 4th down, here's Cameron Johnston to punt for Pittsburgh. And no return forthcoming. It's a touchback, and will come out to the 20-yard line. So Allen and the Bills getting set for their next possession. The lead sits at 4, so they'll try to add on to that. This drive begins with 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Allen. Open man, that's Amari Cooper. And he's going to be taken down as we hit the 2-minute warning here in this 1st half. So, 1st and 10 now from the 30. Slot man in motion left. On 1st down, it's Allen. Catch to the left side and taken in by Coleman. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5. They motion the slot man left. Allen. They go right back to Coleman. He's got it again. They don't need much. It is 3rd and inches. Cooper going in motion. Allen on 3rd down. He's got his man. That's Coleman. And he will have the 1st down. The drive will continue after a pickup of 8.
3rd and inches, you see a lot of teams try to take a shot. Why, Mike? Because they know on 4th and inches, they still have a chance to convert the 1st down. The shot wasn't there, but they're still able to pick up a nice gain and convert and bring up 1st down.
So, a pair of 1st downs moves them out to the 47-yard line. And it's 1st and 10. A dive and a catch. Incredible. Remember, he had the touchdown catch the last time they had the football. Here, he's got a 1st down. The Bills going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock stops with 46 seconds remaining in the 1st half. From the 39, here's a 1st and 10. Again, it's Allen to the air. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5. In motion, Shakir. Allen going to throw again. That's taken in by Shakir. And he's going to have the 1st down as he gets out of bounds, and he stopped the clock as well.
There's this misconception out there, Mike, that in the NFL, you have to run the same amount of run plays as you do pass plays. And as you're seeing in this drive, you can fall on one side of that coin a little bit more as long as you're able to remain effective and efficient. So far, their passing game has dominated here early, and that last pickup leads to a 1st down.
He's going to run out of time. They get to him and bring him down. Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. Here's Allen to throw. His throw left side is complete.
It's pretty evident, Mike, when a quarterback and his wide receiver are operating on the exact same page. The anticipation, the timing, the accuracy of both the route and the ball. And when they're working together like this, that's the definition of teach tape.
On 3rd down, it's Josh Allen. That's going to wind up incomplete. Not much time remaining. Time for one more snap here in this 1st half.
Having haven't even reached halftime yet, and we see this quarterback just continue to put the ball in harm's way and make bad decisions. He's lucky it didn't add another interception to his stat sheet, and as they approach halftime here, they got to regroup, and he's going to have to make the better decisions here in the second half.
Passes kick is good. And the Bills go out to a 10-3 lead. So we've reached halftime with the visiting Bills on top. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
All right, Mike, thanks very much, and welcome in everyone to our halftime report. These two teams making their way back out of their locker room, so that means we're just about set for the second half. And to bring it your way, we go back out to Mike and Greg.
All right, Coach, thank you. The snow continuing to fall as we ready ourselves for the second half to follow. He fields it at the 8. And they'll bring him down just shy of the 30-yard line. Here comes the Pittsburgh offense now, heading back onto the field. And, look, they've been out of sorts throughout, Greg. They haven't had any answer for this pass rush all game.
Yeah, and it's really showing up in the sacks and also just in their ability to prevent any yards, any completions. This has just been a dominant pass defense performance here, and everything starts with the rush. The quarterback's uncomfortable. The clock gets sped up. He's got guys in his face. It's a lot easier to play defensive back and in some of these coverage units when you know that ball's got to come out fast. And right now, they're teeing off and taking advantage of it.
They'll come to the line now on 2nd and 2. From the shotgun, Wilson. And that's a veteran quarterback doing what veterans do. Don't take the extra hit. Got the first down, get down. The drive continues.
I love this call, Mike. 2nd down and short. One of the best downs in football to take a shot. Give credit to the defense. They were ready for it. But a nice job by the quarterback, realizing there's nothing downfield. Take off, turn into a runner, pick up the first down.
And that'll be a pickup of 3. Second and 7. Now they'll throw it with Wilson. That'll be caught by the running back, Warren. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line. So they come to the line for 1st down and 10. They send Freiermuth, the tight end, in motion. And the defense all over this one. They knock him down. It'll go down as a loss of 2.
The speed and the get-off by the big interior defensive tackle, Mike. I mean, he got through there so fast, he almost took the handoff himself.
Last play went the wrong way. It sets up 2nd and long. It's 2nd down and 12. Out of the gun, here's Russ. He'll tuck it and take off. And he'll be very close to a 1st down. Won't quite have enough, but now a much more advantageous spot.
These plays just kill you on defense. The pressure is good, but you have to contain them. Quarterback does a nice job of escaping the pocket, turns into a runner, scrambles for positive yardage.
We'll try to run for it with Harris. Heading outside, going to be close. It's going to depend on the spot. But they're going to mark him short, and it is going to be 4th down.
If you send your field goal unit on the field, Mike, it gives you a chance to chip away at this deficit. But I think I'm keeping my offense on the field. I'm going to one of my critical plays on my call sheet. Keep this drive alive. The hope is to come away with 6.
The field goal unit on the sideline. They'll line up to go for it on 4th down. They'll try and throw for it with Wilson. And he will have the 1st down. Needing to make something happen, trailing here in the third quarter. They convert on fourth down.
We're starting to see this a lot in the NFL. Not only fourth down tries are up, but throwing the ball short of the sticks. Teams are so reliant nowadays on yards after the catch. You can feel a little dicey upon reception, but a nice job here, and fortunately for them, it picks up the first down.
He's got Fryermuth open on the left side.
This pitch and catch may have looked routine, but I promise you, Mike, these types of anticipatory throws, especially outside the numbers, they don't occur without countless reps, oftentimes when nobody's even watching.
A good spot here, 2nd and a yard. Here's Harris. And he'll get a couple of yards, and that's good enough for the first down. Out of the gun, it's Wilson. He'll look over the middle and find his running back. And he's close to another first down as he's brought down just shy of the marker.
Great example of first down efficiency. You don't always have to go for the big play, but put yourself in a friendly second down. Now you have equal opportunity to both run and pass.
On the handoff, it's Harris. And it doesn't appear that he got to that first down marker. They'll only give him a yard, so it'll set up third down. From the gun, it's Wilson. And that is incomplete.
They got there in a hurry, didn't they, Mike? I mean, luckily for him, he saw that free rusher coming and at the very least was able to get that ball out to prevent the sack.
So instead of going for the first down, in comes the field goal unit. Bit of a surprise here. He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the Steelers cut the lead to 4. It's 10-6.
It's always a little bit of a letdown, Mike. You find yourself deep in the red zone and you have to settle for a short field goal like that. In this case, he's able to put it through, and they get 3.
On the return, it's Ty Johnson. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. The Bills offense trotting back out for their first involvement of this second half. They'll start it here with a 1st and 10. On the ground, it's Cook to start this drive. Up the sideline to the 40. And he'll be taken down as he takes it just shy of midfield.
The challenge of playing a running back like this is you feel like you have him under control. You're doing a nice job putting a lid on him, and then all of a sudden, he's got a big spark play like this. That's the challenge. These guys are just so talented. You can only keep them down so long. That was a really nice run.
Throwing now, Allen here on first down. 2 nice play calls here to kick off the drive. 15 more on that one.
You know, Mike, I like everything about this play except the very end. You've already picked up good yardage. You've already picked up the first down. Now get down on the ground and protect yourself. There's no reason to take those shots.
On 1st and 10, it's Allen. And that time, the pressure too much. He'll go down.
Sometimes, Mike, your greatest strength can also be a little bit of your weakness. In this case, he is so used to being able to buy more time with his feet, extend the play, give his targets more time downfield to uncover. In this case, nothing materializes, tried to do too much, and as a result, takes a big loss.
Slot man in motion left. Out of the gun, here's Allen. Off-balance throw. It's complete. He'll get about 6 before he's taken down. So, points at a premium. Defensive battle so far as we are through 3. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL on EA Sports. This crowd into it now as we get to 3rd down. Allen to throw. Throw to the right flat. It is caught. And they were hoping for a little more on that one. Brought down well short of the first. So it'll bring up 4th down.
When a defense has speed to the ball like this group does, it makes these wide receiver screens really challenging because all those fast linebackers and defensive backs that are chasing the ball carrier, the offensive line are the ones responsible for them, and sometimes that's just a speed mismatch, and they can't get out in front. I can tell you firsthand, Mike, snowy conditions are tough for everybody, but they can be especially tough on the kickers. You just can't practice this. There's nothing you can do to simulate your plant foot, the ground. In this case, it winds up no good.
Steelers offense getting set to get back to work. They'll begin with terrific starting field position. It gets going with 1st and 10. Now Russ. That's over the middle and taken in by Freiermuth. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a 1st down completion of 7 yards. Second down and 3. Now it's Wilson. Into the hands of Pickens. And they'll whistle him down, but not before he picks up a 1st down after a gain of 7. Wilson to throw. This one grabbed by Austin. They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. Give up the middle to Harris. That's powerful running. Lowers the shoulder and picks up 4. Here we go. 3rd and a yard. Now Wilson. Under pressure, and he'll go down. They got him. That's Greg Rousseau in there for the sack.
This is a great reminder of why it's so important to have great offensive tackles. When you get beat so fast off the edge, the quarterback has nowhere to go in the pocket to escape, and that's what happens.
So out comes the veteran, Chris Boswell, in a big spot. This to get back within a field goal. And he has missed this one. No good. And the deficit will stay right where it is.
You know, the hardest part about these missed kicks, Mike, is for all the guys that work so hard to put the ball in position to come away with points. You kind of trot off the field. You're hoping that next possession has a different result.
So now here comes the Buffalo offense heading back out onto the field. They'll have very good starting field position as they set up past the 40. And he's going to be taken down.
This is a great opportunity now for the offense to really seize control of this game. They just saw their opponent miss a field goal try, come out aggressive on the ensuing possession, strike deep early. Now see if they can put this drive together and end it with some points.
Off the play fake, here's Allen. A pass caught right side by Coleman. It's a pickup of 12. First down, Buffalo.
We spent so much time talking about these receivers. How fast do they run, Mike? How high do they jump? But so often, the guys that have the most success in the NFL, it's the mental part of the game that allows them to create separation, find soft spots in the defense, attack defenders. It's exactly what he's able to do here, and really nice connection.
He's got it at the 7, and he's into the end zone. That might be the knockout punch. Khalil Shakir, touchdown Buffalo.
Mike, this is a great example of a wide receiver who just truly understands the concept of spacing. When you're open, stay open. If you're not open, get open. And when you can do that and operate in the middle of the field, man, you are such a weapon and a reliable target for your quarterback. It's a great example of it here. He works to stay open, middle of the field, ball's on target. It's an easy touchdown.
Pass now for the extra point. It's up and good. And the Bills are able to extend the lead. It's now 17-6. Following the touchdown, Bass is back to kick it off. On the return, here comes Cordero Patterson. He'll get this up past the 20, and that's where they'll set up shop. The Steelers offense ready to get back at it. The deficit is double digits, so work to do as they begin this drive with 1st and 10. Throwing is Wilson. Now he'll run. A gain of 14. Good for a quick first down.
They got to do a better job of keeping the quarterback contained in the pocket all week, Mike, against mobile quarterbacks. You talk about rushing as a group. This time they get a little undisciplined with their rush lane integrity, and he makes them pay.
On first down, Wilson. He'll run again. And he'll get this forward for positive yardage as he covers up in the end.
Well, we've seen time and time again just how dangerous this quarterback can be, Mike, when he decides to tuck it and take off. So that is a great job defensively to rally to the football and hold him to just a short gain.
Wilson. Got a man over the middle. It's Pickens. And they'll work this close to a first down, maybe just a tad short. A big play in the game now. 3rd down and 1. Here's Wilson. Open man, right side. He's got it. And he's going to be taken down, and that will take us to the 2-minute warning. They've got all 3 timeouts left, but need to score quick. It's 1st and 10. They'll drop to throw. This one is complete. It's Pickens.
Well, it goes without saying. You want to play wide receiver in the NFL, Mike. How well can you change directions? How fast can you get your body from one direction to another? And when you can cut like this guy, I'm not sure how you guard him.
Now 2nd and inches. To throw again is Wilson. A pass taken in by Harris. And they'll get him down after a gain of 5, but that is enough for a first down.
The ability to sustain possession and continue to get new sets of down just allows more and more opportunities for those eventual chunk plays, and that's what every offense in the league is looking for. But the more first downs, the more snaps, the more opportunities.
And he just does get that one away. He was being chased down, forced the awkward throw. And maybe he's fortunate that all it is an incompletion.
A great pass rush is like a closer in baseball. When you bring them into the game, it's all but over. That's exactly the case here. It doesn't result necessarily in a sack, but it was the hit that altered the throw just enough to end that play before it started.
And he's going to go down yet again. He has been under fire all game long. Gonna need a big play now. 3rd down and long. Out of the gun, here's Russ. That is incomplete. And here we go. They're down to what could be their final play. It's 4th down.
This has really been the story of this entire game, Mike. I mean, this pass rush has had the advantage over the offense pretty much from the jump, and they've already recorded a couple of sacks, a handful of close calls, and it's the pressure in the backfield is why this team finds themselves with the lead here late in this ballgame.
This is caught. He's got a long way to go.
So the key to this play is when you're going to play pass coverage and you're going to drop in depth, you have to understand if the quarterback drops the ball off short, you need to rally tackle. You need to limit the run after the catch. Don't let that receiver pick up the first down. That's exactly what this defense was able to do in this situation. Tackle him short of the chains, force the turnover on downs.
From the 35, it's 1st and 10. Victory very much in sight now as they'll take a knee. And now the Steelers going to use their 3rd and final timeout. And it comes with exactly 1 minute left in the game. They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. They'll take a knee as the clock runs under a minute to play. So a road win here for the Bills. They were able to handle the elements. They're going to wind up victorious here in the snow. So that'll do it for us. For Greg Olson and our terrific team behind the scenes, I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. Follow us on X at EA Madden NFL. With that, we say so long, everyone.